If you are a Bengals fan, I would recommend this video because I'm going to be showing off the roster as you can see today. Obviously, you have Joe Burrow and Brandon Allen. Joe Burrow, one of the best rookies. I think he's going to be a great quarterback to come in the future as long as we can keep him healthy. Joe Mixon, he's a great running back. He had 2,000-yard seasons, of course, last year with the injury. Kind of held him up a little bit. Sam J. Perrine had a very good game against the Texans, showed a lot of promise. That's why we re-signed him, I'm going to guess. Now, we do have Trey Williams. I'm not really formal with him, but I know Keith and Carter. Keith and Carter was a great fullback. Caught a couple balls this year, not really much. I know a couple against the Titans, but Tyler Boyd, one of the best slots in the league. I think he's very underrated, and he's going to be a great receiver for the Bengals. Come to the future. He's only like 25. I think he's going to be very good. Of course, we do move over to the right side, and we have another slot. He's a bigger slot, though, kind of slow. But he's still one of the best receivers in the league, in my opinion. Jamar Chase, of course, one of the best young receivers. Same with T. Higgins. I think he will be a tour de force. Of course, a lot of people saying that we need to draft Penei Sewell. I don't think we need to draft Penei Sewell, and I'm going to show why in this video. Auden Tate, 6'5", man, caught so many balls against the Titans, but Zach Taylor doesn't really use him. Jonah Williams, Carmen, which we drafted out of Clemson, he's going to be starting probably at left or right guard. You're going to see that. I put him at left guard today because we do have at the center position Trey Hopkins. He did cut his hair, but he overall was good before the injury. Quinton Spain has been also a really good guard in his career. That's why I really think that Riley Reef, of course, a right tackle. But I think probably Quinton Spain is going to be starting on the right side over Jackson Carman. C.J. Uzomah was very good in the first two games, showed very much promise. Drew Sample and Thaddeus Moss. We did sign Thaddeus Moss. That was a clutch signing, in my opinion. I think he's going to be a great blocking tight end, and is probably going to share some catches with Drew Sample. C.J. Uzomah, very good. Let's move over to the defense. Okay, so this is now the defensive side of the ball. As you can see, it's a lot different from last year. We're going to start out with the defensive line. Trey Hendrickson, right end out of the Saints. He had 17.5 sacks last season next to Cameron Jordan. I think he's going to be a great addition if, as long as we can get all the other people actually starting. DJ Reader came back from injury last year. Played really good for the Texans for a couple years, then went to us. I'm not sure really that much on this guy, but I know for a fact that he is a tour de force. Laramie, he's really good. But I didn't really watch much tape on him. Sam Hubbard, I've seen him a lot. He's played for the Bengals his whole career. He's really good. He's very underrated in my opinion. I think he's going to be a lot of a mismatch. You can put him on the inside. You can put him on the outside. Trey Wayne starting at cornerback 2. We didn't get to see him because he got injured in training camp at the beginning of the year last year. But I think with his speed and his man coverage ability, he'll be really good. Mike Hilton, of course. He's been amazing for the Steelers for a while. Now he's signing with the rival Cincinnati. I think he'll be pretty good. He's not the fastest guy on the field, but he can mess you up. Of course, Chidobe Awuzie. He did okay for the Cowboys. I'm kind of torn on this signing. Darius Phillips, I really do like. I think he's an underrated corner. He does get flagged a lot. He's not that talented in the man perspective, but I think he'll be good. Eli Apple, I'm not even really sure why we signed Eli. But, if somebody gets injured like Mike Hilton or Trey Waynes again, we can probably just put Eli Apple in. He'll be decent, and I think he'll be fine. Now, of course, moving up to the strong safety position, we have Ricardo Allen. Signing out of Falcons, I'm not really sure why we did this. Of course, he's a pretty good coverage safety. He does hit decently hard. But Von Bell, of course, one of my favorite safeties in the league. Very underrated. I think he's going to be amazing this year. And, of course, in the future for the Bengals, Jesse Bates. I will still stand on this. Jesse Bates is the best safety in the league. Nothing can top him. He is coverage amazing. His tackling ability ever since he lifted, he's amazing. Brandon Wilson, best kick returner in the league and our backup free safety. I think he's really good. He's a really good kick returner. Of course, that kick return against the Giants, 107 yards, very impressive. But, we'll still see this year if he can perform. Akeem Davis-Gaither, he was a rookie last year. Kind of really didn't play too much. He was a backup. Josh Bynes was kind of ahead of him, but, I think he'll be at least decent this year with Evans, of course, and then the rookie Jones, which he probably won't play that much this year, but he might be a clutch signing, especially being a fourth-round pick. Now moving to the middle linebacker, we have Logan Wilson, rookie last year. Played a lot, did good with the tackles, kind of missed a couple. He had a pick. He looks okay. I'm not really too interested in him. I do like myself some. Jermaine Pratt, though, he's okay. Was like a third, fourth-round pick. I'm happy about him. Rookie out of Texas. I cannot stress this enough. I think this is a very underrated pick. He's a great pass rusher. He's a great coverage person. Behind Bailey, I think this is a great defense. Okay, so now we're going to simulate a whole entire season and see how this team does and how they perform, who's the bust, who's the good people. So let's go ahead and go to the playoffs. The Bengals, in Madden's perspective, are going to go 7-9. If we do go 7-9, I would not complain. Let's go to stats. Okay, so we got Joe Burrow, 3,700 yards, 500 attempts, 325 completions, 29 touchdowns, 13 interceptions with 64% completion rate. I think this is an okay season, especially coming back from injury. Brandon Allen not really doing anything. Joe Mixon progressing a lot, 1,100 yards. I'm very happy about that, especially if you're a Bengals fan. Joe Mixon, he's going to be a back that might just be Corey Dillon level. When I say that, I mean it. He's really good. Sam J. Perrine, of course, not Giovanni Bernard back there anymore as backup, but Sam J. Perrine should be very good. Receiving, Tyler Boyd leading us in yards at 904 and 6 touchdowns. And we have backup Jamar Chase, of course, the rookie, 895 yards, 71 receptions with 7 touchdowns. That is a very good year for the rookie and probably a candidate for Rookie of the Year. T. Higgins. T. Higgins is one of my favorite receivers. I can't even stress it. Touchdown leader this year, 745 yards. Last year had 900 yards, so close to 100. Of course, he didn't have Joe Burrow, but, CJ Uzama even had 600 yards. Very happy about that. But I'm really excited to see the defense. Logan Wilson leading us in tackles this year, especially as a second-year man. I think if he did do this, I would be very impressed. Tackles for loss, DJ Reader leading us in those. You like to see that as a run stopper, especially. 7 sacks for Larry, of course. My main man, Larry. Trey Hendrickson, especially falling off from that 17.5, but 6.5 is not. It's respectable. And, I do like to see the rookie, 3 sacks. You like to see that, especially with Sam Hubbard having 4. I think that's a good combo with Team Davis. And Logan Wilson, everybody else getting 1. Of course, they're not really pass rushers as much as the others, but pick-wise, Mike Hilton leading us in 3 and Trey Waynes leading us in 2. Not many picks, but, of course, this is Madden's perspective on things. This is not mine. I think this is okay for the Bengals. If you get all those corners getting picks and then the only forced fumbles by Mike Hilton, which kind of surprised me, especially Mike Hilton having a fumble, but that's Madden's crazy engine for you. Now, of course, we're going to look just one more time at the team stats. 18th in the offense of yards, and we are 3rd in the NFL for defensive yards. 3rd in defense. If you're a Bengals fan, you're excited about that. Now, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and of course, if you guys want more Bengals content, hit me up and I will make more. You just have to leave a comment. That's how I know. Now, you guys have a nice rest of your day. Do whatever you're doing. Peace. Out, Bengals.